What's up, guys? Chris here. I'm going to talk to you about the Dollywood 2019 expansion, what my thoughts and speculation are. Now, let's go back to the very beginning of my thought process. Now, the very first clue that I got was on the Dollywood Railroad, Dollywood Express, that's what it's called. There was a video that was posted on YouTube that showed the big clearing, and also, if you heard in the background, the conductor talking about what the new area was about. Now, they didn't know, but they were given a spiel, so to speak, to tell the guests, because obviously they can't hide the fact that there's a big clearing, the mountain's being torn down, and all that stuff. So they have to tell the guests something to say. Now, they mentioned something about, they mentioned that Dollywood, Dolly Parton went to the park, and she went up the mountain for the tour of the area up there and all that stuff, and she lost some of her earrings. And so in the process of her losing the earrings, they had to go look for it, and ended up tearing a bunch of terrain. And then you hear a little bit of laughs and giggles from everybody, and then the conductor said, "No, I'm just kidding. Actually, this is part of the Dollywood's biggest expansion yet for 2019. We can't tell you what it is because we have no idea what it is." And then, so that was pretty much it. He pretty much just kind of alluded that it was for 2019, and then but then I got to thinking, why would they mention something about Dolly Parton's earrings? Yeah, so I did some digging and I did some research and got on some forums and started, looking at people's ideas and thoughts and things, and started going on YouTube and found some videos on YouTube that people thought what their speculation is to the area and all that stuff, and I concluded that it is going to be a brand new themed area. Not sure exactly what it's going to be, or as far as the theme goes, what the theme's going to be. And I concluded that there's going to be several rides, not just one or two, but several rides in the area. Can't tell you exactly how many rides because I'm not sure, but there will be several rides in the area. Maybe some smaller flat rides, and then some bigger thrilling rides for the thrill seekers as well. Because it is going to be a 5-acre plus addition to the park, so it's going to be a huge addition. Now, the biggest thing that I have dug up about Dollywood's newest expansion was some really weird clues that I've honed in on. Clues that I've actually picked up on that most people didn't pick up on. I kind of alluded to it on somebody else's videos on YouTube. And they liked the idea, but I don't think they really honed in on it as much as I thought they would. But anyway, so I did some extra digging, and I found some really neat ideas that Dollywood has up their sleeves. If it is true. Now, I could be way off. I could be, I could be pulling teeth at this rate for that particular idea that I come up with, but let's just say Dollywood is going to be adding their very first dark ride. Now, what's it going to be themed to? Now, I have an idea of what it's going to be themed to, but I don't want to say yet. I'll post that in another video later, what I think it might be themed to. I did some digging as to what it might be, and trust me, I didn't see it coming, if this is what it is. If that's what it's going to be themed to. Now, like I said, I'll be talking more about that in a later video, what I think the theming of the dark ride is. Now, as far as the roller coaster, there's speculation that because the area is so big that there's going to be a roller coaster in it. I wouldn't see the roller coaster for the park happening until probably 2020. As far, but there, but part of me says maybe they'll open it for 2019 because there's going to be a lot of construction going on, and they've already started back in 2017. The fall of 2017 is when they started digging up the ground, and I knew there was something going on way back in the 2016 season, the park, because you kind of saw a little bit of hints thereabout in the woods, and I've always thought that area where that new expansion is going to be was a good spot to add something, but I couldn't quite figure out what it could be. Now, if you went on a train ride a few years back, like in 2014, 2015, whatever, and you noticed that there was what was called an air shaft, I think it was number 9 or number something like that. But anyway, it was like a mine shaft, but it was what's called an air shaft. So there was an airway from the outside, to be able to get you some fresh air down into the mine area. Now that brings me to what I think the new roller coaster is going to be. I think it's going to be something that's not normal, not a regular roller coaster like everyone's saying. It might be a B&M invert, which, I mean, a lot of parks already have that. Dollywood isn't about getting roller coasters that are typical for theme parks, especially. They like to go for the more unique, more odd, more unusual style roller coasters. What I think the roller coaster might be, well, let's go deeper into that. Let's hone in on what Silver Dollar City, their sister park, have done. They've built for this year a spinning roller coaster that has flips, turns, everything. It's dual launched. It has 2 different launches that makes the ride very unique. And people are saying, oh, that's what Dolly was getting in 2019. Well, I'm going to have to say this. I beg to differ with you. Dollywood will not be getting a spinning roller coaster from Mock Rides. However, they are going to be getting a Mock roller coaster. That's a given. Let me elaborate on that. Why? Biggest reason is Time Traveler has yet to open, and they don't know how well it's going to be received from the general public coming into the park to ride that roller coaster. So why would they already go ahead and build a ride from Mock Rides similar to Time Traveler? Well, they're not. They have to sit back and see what works and what doesn't. So let me elaborate on what I mean by that. Dollywood, if you look at both parks, Silver Dollar City and Dollywood, when Dollywood gets something, Silver Dollar City down the line gets something. Usually exactly like it is, but themed to has a different theme, or something similar to it that's not. Example, Dollywood has Tennessee Tornado, which is an awesome, fast-paced, high-octane ride, which right out of the gate, you're having fun. Silver Dollar City, the closest ride they have to Tennessee Tornado is Wildfire, which is a massive, in my opinion, kind of floorless, but it's not really floorless. It's more of a hyper style. But anyway, and I could be wrong on that. Don't post any shame or anything like that on it, because I'm not exactly sure what kind of roller coaster it is. But from what I've seen, I think it's a hyper, but I could be wrong. So if you want, tell me what it is in the comments below, and we'll go from there. But anyway, so they're similar because they're similar colors. They're similar style roller coasters. They're both steel, and all that. So I mean, there's that. Then you have Outlaw Run, which is an RMC wooden roller coaster that has several inversions, and airtime thrills and other things of that nature. Dollywood has Lightning Rod, which is the world's first wooden launch roller coaster. So that's and to go on that, people were shaming Lightning Rod, but let me tell you something. Lightning Rod is the first kind of roller coaster, so it's kind of like the test baby for other parks to get that kind of technology on a wooden roller coaster. So that's why it took a long time to actually gain momentum into being a regular occurring roller coaster instead of being, so it'd be open all the time instead of open a couple of rounds and then closed, because they have to work on the launching mechanisms. They have to work on all the different stuff because they've never had technology like that on a wooden roller coaster. So that's why it took so long for it to finally gain momentum and get a regular occurring rides on it. That's why it took so long from speculated opening to the actual opening date, and then still some more tacking around trying to get all the technology and parts correct on it. That's why it took so long for Lightning Rod to open. But anyway, Dollywood has Blazing Fury. $7 City has Fire in the Hole, which is very similar rides. And all that. Both parks have a Dizzy Disc style ride, themed different kind, a disc ride. Both parks have it. One's in the Country Fair, one's in another area. I think that's the David Crockett, Daniel Boone themed area. I can't remember exactly what it was called at $7 City. But there's several different rides. Dollywood has Barnstormer, while $7 City has another style big swing like that. So they got similar rides throughout the park. So what I'm saying is that before one of the parks opens up, when one park opens up their ride, the other park isn't going to open it up right away. They're going to wait a while and see how it's going to, what people's reactions are, and how people are going to, what the reviews of it are going to be like here on YouTube and other videoing sites on the World Wide Web. So that's why I say it's not going to be a mock spinning roller coaster for Dollywood. It's going to be I think it's going to be a mock roller coaster. I think it's going to be more of a terrain style. People are saying that the area is going to be snow themed. No, I beg to differ. I think it's going to be something more on the lines of, like I said, it's going to be something crazy, something wild, something out there. I'll go on that in another video. I'll expound on the dark ride theme and the theme of the roller coaster and the theme of the area in another video, because that takes up a whole lot of time in itself. Been getting a couple more flat rides. Once I figure out what they're going to be, I'll add that to my next video, which is going to be talking about the theming of the area, the theming of the dark ride, the theming of the roller coaster. That's going to be a whole different video. I apologize. I wanted to expand on the other flat rides, but I can't remember what they're called. Off the top of my head, I'll do some more digging on that and some ideas that I might think that we might get. And Again, they're not going to be your traditional style flat rides. They're going to be something unique to the park. With that said, I'm Chris. We'll see you next time.